Good day. This is Mhilwin Esto, a graduate student of Philippine Normal University, taking up Master of Arts in Educational Leadership and Management. And today, I am here to discuss with you my title proposal for my thesis. The proposed title of the research interest is Implementation of Differentiated Instructions in a Public Secondary School, a basis for instructional material development. The rationale of this study is differentiated instructions, or DI, is one of the trends in Philippine education today. Considering the multiple intelligences and the different learning styles proposed by education advocates, the diversities of the 21st century students are now given importance. Public schools are viewed with high expectations in providing quality education to its learners. After all, the future of the country depends on the products of its education, which are the next generation. The effects of these expectations manifest themselves in different ways. However, the effects can be felt at every level of leadership in education. The government recognizes this through the implementation of differentiated instructions in every subject discipline that are localized and contextualized to the competencies required by the curriculum. However, optimum achievement of this endeavor is still questionable. The implementation of the said endeavor in the public schools to the implementers are not clear, and the participation of the school principals is not evident. According to Leonardo et al. Of 2015, they claim that in the Philippine educational setting, there is an assumption that all students have the same capacity and rate of learning. Students are not given the opportunity to develop, improve, and learn according to their own capacity of understanding and rate of completing and learning a task or knowledge. I have here the conceptual framework. So this is the conceptual framework of the study, which has three boxes, namely the teacher's perception towards differentiated instruction, principals' instructional leadership practices, and the development of differentiated instructional material. So the figure presents that the conceptual framework of the study will gather the teacher's perception and the principal's instructional leadership practices toward differentiated instructions. The collected data from the two will serve as basis for the differentiated or for the development of the differentiated instructional material. The research objectives. This qualitative research aims to develop a differentiated instructional material, or DIM, based on the teacher's perceptions and principals' instructional leadership practices toward differentiated instructions, or DI. Specifically, it seeks to answer the following research questions. First, what are the teacher's perceptions toward DI in terms of planning, implementation, and assessment? Given the fact that the Department of Education had implemented or has been implementing this differentiated instruction for years, what are the perceptions of the teachers in these three processes? Also, the second objective is what are the principal's instructional leadership practices toward the differentiated instructions with the same processes. So by the second objective, I want to know what are the involvement of the principal in the teacher's implementation of the DI in terms of planning, implementing, and assessing. And the third, assuming that there are already available gathered data from the two objectives, the third objective is what are the bases in developing a differentiated instructional material. For the research design and method, The researcher will use qualitative design, a phenomenological study, which aims to gather or to get the lived experiences of the participants, which are the school principal and the subject teachers, in the implementation of the differentiated instruction. So the researcher will conduct one-to-one interview to the research participants. Research site, with the given permission of the Department of Education, Division of City Schools Manila, one public high school will be used as a research site. Specifically, one of the mega schools in the Division of Manila and also the newest public high school in the division, which is the President Corazon C. Aquino High School located at Paseco Port Area, Manila. For the research participants, the target is one school principal and 12 out of 135 teachers from junior high school department, which will be selected randomly. So I hope that the research proposal or the title proposal will be approved by my panelists. Any questions will be honored. Recommendations will also be accepted. Thank you and God bless.